Welcome to our daily AI news deep dive.
Sounds good.
It's February 16th, 2025, and wow, the AI world is just exploding with news today. You've sent us a ton of articles, research snippets.
Right.
So let's try to break down, I guess, the most impactful stories.
Yeah, definitely a lot to unpack.
For sure.
Should we jump right in?
Yeah, let's start with, I think, the biggest story, which is the ongoing saga at OpenAI.
Definitely a big one.
Elon Musk it seems like he tried to take over
Oh, yeah.
a dramatic takeover bid, $97.4 billion.
Wow.
But OpenAI's board rejected it.
Yeah, they rejected that pretty swiftly and unanimously, too.
So, I mean, this really shows
Right.
how much Musk is unhappy with the way OpenAI is going.
Yeah, he's been pretty vocal about it. He thinks they've really strayed from their original mission by focusing on these commercial products like ChatGPT.
Right. It's interesting because he's not just complaining about it.
No, he's not.
He's taking action.
Absolutely.
His company, XAI, is releasing their Grok 3 model
Oh, wow.
on Monday.
Okay.
And he's claiming that it's the most intelligent AI on the planet.
So basically, he's trying to challenge OpenAI's dominance.
Yeah, head on.
With a chatbot that he believes is superior to anything else out there.
Yeah, so this is getting pretty personal.
Yeah, it really injects that kind of personal rivalry element into the AI field.
For sure. And OpenAI is not backing down.
Oh, no.
They're responding with their own strategic shifts.
Interesting. What are they doing?
So they're simplifying their GPT-5 model to make it more accessible.
Okay.
And they're also integrating their advanced reasoning model.
Oh, right. The one they call O3.
Exactly.
So I guess simplifying GPT-5, that's probably to attract more users.
Right, and reduce costs.
Makes sense. And the O3 integration, that's got to be to make GPT-5 even more powerful.
Yeah, to give it better reasoning capabilities.
So they're really upping their game.
And there's another layer to this OpenAI story that's kind of controversial.
Oh, really?
They're embracing what they call intellectual freedom in their training approach.
What does that mean exactly?
So ChatGPT is now going to be able to generate a wider range of content,
Okay.
including erotica.
Wow, that's a big change.
But they're still prohibiting illegal content.
I see. So they're kind of loosening the reins a bit?
Yeah, I think they're transitioning from a more paternalistic approach to a more hands-off approach.
So placing more trust in the users to handle sensitive content.
Yeah, it's definitely a risky move.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
And this new openness comes at a time when OpenAI is dealing with a really tragic event.
Oh, what happened?
One of their former employees, Suchir Balaji,
Right.
he had accused OpenAI of using copyrighted material illegally to train their models.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
And he was found dead.
Oh, no.
And they ruled it a suicide.
That's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it really highlights the pressure and the ethical dilemmas that people in AI are facing.
Absolutely. And it brings back the whole debate about using copyrighted material for AI training.
Exactly.
It's a tough issue.
Okay, so let's move on to another big trend that we're seeing, the rise of AI agents.
Yeah, those are getting a lot of buzz.
There's so much research coming out now about agent workflows, hierarchical reasoning, zero-code frameworks.
It seems like the focus is shifting from these individual AI models to these teams of agents that can work together.
Right, like collaborative agents that can actually solve tasks.
Exactly, and potentially automate really complex processes.
Yeah, and it's not just theoretical anymore.
No, it's becoming very real.
Hugging Face has a leaderboard now that's ranking the best AI agents.
Wow, so they're actually being put to the test.
And there are even job listings specifically for AI agents.
Really? I wonder what the salary is like.
It's still pretty low, like $10,000 to $15,000 a year.
Oh, wow, so still early days.
Yeah, but it's definitely a sign that AI agents are moving from the research labs into the real world.
That's an interesting development for sure.
Now let's talk about big tech.
Okay.
Apple and Amazon are having some trouble
Oh, really? With what?
integrating generative AI into their voice assistants.
You mean Siri and Alexa?
Yeah, they're running into reliability issues.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Generative AI is still pretty unpredictable.
Right, and for a voice assistant, you need it to be accurate and helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Meta, on the other hand, is taking a totally different approach.
Oh, how so?
They're developing humanoid robots.
Wow, that's ambitious.
Yeah, and it could lead to a clash with Apple because there are rumors that they're working on robotics projects too.
So Meta's vision is like embodied AI?
Yeah, robots that can interact with the physical world.
That could have huge implications for a lot of industries.
For sure, manufacturing, healthcare, even just everyday tasks.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
Speaking of big deals, there's a robotics startup, Figure AI.
Okay.
And they're in talks to raise $1.5 billion,
Wow.
which would value the company at $39.5 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's 15 times higher than their previous valuation.
Clearly, investors are really excited about AI robotics.
Yeah, they see it as a transformative technology.
Especially Figure AI's focus on humanoid robots for general purposes?
Meanwhile, Dell is about to close a $5 billion deal
Oh, wow, another one.
to provide servers to Elon Musk's xAI.
So those servers must be optimized for AI.
Yeah, they're designed to handle the massive computing power that AI needs.
Right, for training and running those large AI models.
So hardware is a big part of this AI race.
Definitely a key battleground.
But not everyone is happy about all this AI investment.
Oh, why not?
Well, there's a company called Anthropic,
Okay.
and they're arguing against a U.S. government proposal.
What's the proposal about?
It would restrict Google from investing in AI startups.
Interesting. What's their reasoning?
Anthropic thinks it would stifle innovation and give China an advantage.
So it's a debate about balancing innovation with regulation.
Exactly. And the outcome will have a huge impact on the future of AI.
For sure, it's a complex issue.
Okay, let's shift gears and talk about some of the ethical concerns surrounding AI.
Yeah, there are definitely some big ones.
A BBC study just came out,
Yeah.
and it found that current AI assistants are really bad at fact-checking news content.
Oh, wow, that's a problem.
Yeah, it highlights the issue of bias and misinformation in AI system,
Right, if we're going to rely on AI for information, it needs to be accurate.
especially when it comes to news.
Absolutely.
And then there's the potential for algorithmic discrimination.
Yeah, that's a big worry.
Several U.S. states are considering bills similar to the EU's AI Act.
Which is aimed at regulating AI to prevent harm and ensure fairness.
Exactly.
It's good to see that being taken seriously.
There have also been some pretty disturbing cases of AI misuse.
Oh, like what?
A YouTuber was caught creating a fake true crime channel.
Using AI?
Yeah, the whole thing was fabricated.
Wow, that's scary.
And then a lawyer submitted legal documents
Oh, no.
that were generated by AI, and they cited fake cases.
So AI is being used to spread disinformation and undermine trust.
Yeah, and it shows the need for ways to detect AI-generated fake content.
Absolutely.
The lawyer's case is also a warning about relying too much on AI without proper oversight,
Yeah, you can't just blindly trust these tools.
especially in professional settings where accuracy and ethics are so important.
Right. People need to understand the limitations of AI.
Okay, let's end on a more positive note and talk about some of the exciting advancements in AI.
Sounds good. I need some good news.
Meta AI has developed a system that can reconstruct sentences from brain activity
Really?
with 80% accuracy.
Wow, that's incredible.
Imagine typing with your mind.
That would be revolutionary.
Yeah, the potential for accessibility and communication is huge.
Absolutely.
And then there's this research from Peking University.
Okay.
They've designed a system using 9 DeepSeek AI agents.
DeepSeek, what's that?
It's an AI platform that can automatically update knowledge graphs.
Oh, wow. So it can learn from scientific literature.
Exactly, and that could really speed up scientific discovery.
Yeah, and make knowledge more accessible.
We're also seeing breakthroughs in sound computing.
Interesting. Tell me more.
AI is being used to analyze audio in all sorts of ways.
Like what?
They could detect Parkinson's disease through voice signals,
Wow, that's amazing.
and they can clone instruments.
Really? So you could create music with AI?
Yeah, and they're even using AI to de-age singers' voices.
So you could hear what a singer sounded like in their prime, even decades later.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
It raises some questions about authenticity, though.
For sure, but it's definitely an exciting development.
It seems like AI is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It really is, and we're just scratching the surface.
I can't wait to see what comes next.
Me too.
Okay, so let's dig a bit deeper into all this AI agent research.
Yeah, there were a bunch of articles you sent about new approaches to workflows, reasoning, that sort of thing.
Right.
There was one that really caught my eye.
Oh, which one?
ScoreFlow. Mastering LLM agent workflows via score-based preference optimization.
Interesting title.
It sounds like they're finding new ways to train AI agents for complex tasks.
Right, and the whole idea of optimizing workflows based on user preferences, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, imagine having an AI assistant that just knows how you like to work.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
There was another one too, ReasonFlux. Hierarchical LLM reasoning via scaling thought templates.
Okay, that one sounds a bit more technical.
Yeah, it's all about improving AI logic and strategic thinking.
So like how the AI agent actually thinks and makes decisions.
Right, it uses these thought templates to guide the process.
So they're breaking down problems into smaller steps and creating logical connections between them.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating stuff.
It is. So with all this research pushing the boundaries, where do you see this going? Like, what are the real-world implications?
Well, one area where we're already seeing AI agents is software development.
Makes sense.
There are tools like MetaChain, a fully automated and zero-code framework for LLM agents.
Zero code, so you don't need to know how to code to build an AI agent.
That's the idea.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it could open up AI development to a much wider audience.
So anyone could build their own AI to automate tasks or solve problems.
Exactly.
What about other fields, though? Where else might we see AI agents making a splash?
Oh, tons of places. Healthcare, they could analyze patient data, help with diagnoses, even personalized treatment plans.
That would be incredible.
Finance, they could manage investments, assess risk, detect fraud.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Education AI agents could provide personalized tutoring and feedback to students.
So basically revolutionizing how we learn.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting stuff.
It is exciting, but it also makes you wonder about the impact on jobs.
Right, are we all going to be replaced by robots?
That's the big question, isn't it?
I mean, AI is already changing the way we work, and automation's going to displace some jobs for sure.
But it's also going to create new jobs and augment the jobs that we already have.
Right, it's more about collaboration between humans and AI.
Exactly, like having a superpowered teammate.
But we do need to be mindful of the ethical implications.
Oh, absolutely.
As AI agents get more sophisticated, we need to make sure they're fair, unbiased, and aligned with human values.
Right, we don't want them to become a threat.
And we need to think about the people whose jobs might be affected.
Yeah, we need to make sure they have the skills to adapt to this new world.
So there's a lot to consider.
For sure.
Okay, let's talk about a specific AI platform that's been getting a lot of attention lately, DeepSeek.
DeepSeek, yeah, I've heard that name.
You sent a few articles about it.
Right, it seems like it's really impressive.
Yeah, it can handle these really complex queries and give you more relevant and in-depth search results.
So it's like a search engine on steroids.
Exactly. It uses these advanced language models and a huge knowledge graph to understand what you're really asking.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there was an article about how Tencent and Baidu are both interested in it.
Really?
Yeah, Tencent is testing it for search in their messaging app, Weixin, and Baidu wants to connect it to their search engine and their own LLM Ernie.
Wow, so it could be the future of search.
Yeah, potentially.
And it's not just for web search either.
Right, you sent a video about how DeepSeek agents can update knowledge graphs with information from scientific literature.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
It could really accelerate scientific discovery and make all that data more accessible.
That's huge for researchers.
And it could improve knowledge representation in general, leading to better decision-making in all sorts of fields.
So DeepSeek is pretty versatile.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Okay, so we've talked about how AI is changing how we access and process information.
Right.
But let's not forget about its impact on creative fields like music.
Oh, yeah, there was that article about how AI is being used to de-age singers' voices.
Right, and it said that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, it seems like AI is going to revolutionize music production.
So you could hear what a singer sounded like in their prime, even if they're much older now.
Exactly.
That's both exciting and a little bit scary.
Yeah, some people are worried about the implications for authenticity and originality.
Right, is it still real music if it's generated by AI?
That's a good question.
On the other hand, it opens up all these creative possibilities.
Yeah, you could have collaborations between artists who never even met.
Or you could bring back the voices of singers who are no longer with us.
Yeah, it's a whole new world.
It is, and I think we're just starting to explore it.
Okay, so AI is blurring the lines between the physical and digital worlds in music.
Right.
But it's also happening in other ways.
Like how?
Well, there was that article about Meta building humanoid robots,
Yeah, I saw that.
and they might end up competing with Apple, who are also rumored to be working on robots.
So Meta's vision is to create AI that can physically interact with the world.
Exactly. Imagine robots doing chores, taking care of the elderly, performing surgery.
That's pretty wild.
It is, and it raises all sorts of ethical questions.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, AI is also creating more immersive digital experiences.
Right.
Like there's that article about Apple using AI to improve their Vision Pro headset.
So AI is making virtual reality more intelligent and intuitive.
Exactly. It's like bridging the gap between the physical and digital.
It's all becoming very interconnected.
It is, and we need to be careful about the potential downsides.
Oh, definitely.
Like there was that article about China's AI surveillance program in Uganda.
Yeah, that was pretty disturbing.
It's a reminder that AI can be used for harmful purposes.
Right, we need to make sure it's used ethically.
And then there's the whole issue of AI-generated content and how it can be used to spread misinformation.
Yeah, like that fake true crime channel.
It's getting harder and harder to tell what's real and what's fake.
Absolutely.
And that's a big problem for trust and credibility.
It is.
We need to find ways to detect AI-generated content, and we need to educate people about how to spot it.
So basically improve media literacy.
Exactly.
And we also need to think about the legal implications.
Right, like that lawyer who submitted fake documents.
It shows how unprepared the legal system is for this kind of thing.
We need clear guidelines and regulations for AI in legal settings.
Definitely.
So AI is creating a lot of challenges.
It is.
But it's also offering some amazing opportunities.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like the advancements in healthcare and the potential to tackle climate change.
Right, and the work being done on accessibility is incredible.
Yeah, like that Meta AI system that can reconstruct sentences from brain activity.
That could be life-changing for people with disabilities.
So AI can be a force for good.
It definitely can.
It all comes down to how we use it.
Exactly. We need to make sure we're using it responsibly.
And ethically.
Yeah, the future of AI depends on the choices we make today.
Okay, so our final segment is going to focus on that question of responsible AI development.
Sounds good.
How do we navigate this complex landscape and make sure AI benefits all of humanity?
That's the million-dollar question. Okay, so responsible AI development.
Yeah, that's really what it all comes down to.
Right, how do we make sure AI is a force for good?
Exactly. We've talked about all these innovations and challenges,
Mm,
but ultimately, it's about steering AI in a direction that benefits humanity.
absolutely. It's not just about technological progress, it's about aligning AI with our values.
And one of the big challenges is making sure AI doesn't worsen existing inequalities,
Right, algorithmic bias is a huge concern.
especially in sensitive areas like hiring, criminal justice, healthcare.
Yeah, we've seen how AI can perpetuate and even amplify those biases.
So how do we mitigate those risks?
It's going to take a combination of approaches.
Okay, like what?
Well, on the technical side, developers need to build AI systems that are fair and transparent.
Right, so carefully considering the data they use for training.
Exactly, and actively working to reduce bias in the algorithms.
And then on the societal side,
We need strong regulations and oversight mechanisms.
to hold AI developers accountable.
Yeah, and to prevent discriminatory outcomes.
And transparency is key.
Absolutely. People need to understand how these AI systems work.
But how do you make something as complex as AI transparent?
That's where explainability comes in.
Explainability.
Yeah, researchers are working on ways to make AI decision-making processes more understandable.
So we can see why an AI system arrives at a certain conclusion.
Exactly, which is crucial for building trust.
And then there's the whole issue of job displacement.
Right? As AI gets more sophisticated, it's going to automate more tasks.
So what happens to the people whose jobs are taken over by AI?
That's a tough question. There's no easy answer.
I mean, some jobs will definitely disappear.
But AI will also create new jobs and transform existing ones.
So it's more about adaptation.
Exactly. We need to equip people with the skills to thrive in an AI-driven economy.
And that means investing in education and retraining programs.
Absolutely.
Okay, so another big concern is data privacy.
Oh yeah, that's a huge one.
AI systems are so data hungry.
They need massive amounts of data to function.
So we need to make sure that data is handled responsibly,
Absolutely. We need strong data governance frameworks
with clear rules for data collection, consent, anonymization,
and robust security measures to prevent breaches and misuse.
because data is incredibly valuable and personal.
It is, and it needs to be protected.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the potential risks of AI,
Yeah, it's important to be aware of those.
but we can't forget about the incredible potential for good.
Oh yeah.
AI can revolutionize healthcare, accelerate scientific discovery, help us fight climate change.
It's already happening.
We're seeing AI being used to develop new treatments, optimize energy consumption.
Yeah, the possibilities are really endless.
So it's about harnessing that power for the benefit of humanity.
Exactly. That's what responsible AI development is all about.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are the key takeaways for our listeners?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI is a powerful force that's shaping our world.
And it's evolving incredibly fast.
So staying informed is crucial.
Yeah, people need to understand what AI is capable of.
And they need to engage in critical thinking about its implications.
Because ultimately, the future of AI depends on the choices we make.
Right. It's up to us to ensure that AI is used ethically and responsibly.
And to advocate for AI development that benefits all of humanity.
Absolutely. That's the message we need to spread.
So thank you for joining us on this exploration of the AI landscape.
It's been a fascinating conversation.
It really has, and we hope you've gained some valuable insights.
We've covered a lot of ground, from groundbreaking innovations to ethical dilemmas.
But one thing's for sure, the AI revolution is here.
And it's only going to accelerate.
So stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged in the conversation about AI.
Because it's a conversation that's going to shape our future. 这是point